Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm here just to introduce this channel. So, I am Dr. Tawusi, and my identity I will try to remain to keep as anonymous as possible for obvious reasons. And I just want to introduce this page, but I don't know what to say about it because it is a work in progress. However, I have been recently studying the alchemical arts and the relation with media theory and practice, specifically new media theory and practice, which is an area of study that I have been indulging in the past 6 years due to my PhD degree in media arts, which is arriving at its completion, inshallah. But also it has a lot of speculation due to the fact that I am a practitioner of new media in a sense that I produce and I consume new media a lot. And if it's just taken with this simple definition, I think every single human being on earth these days is a media producer and consumer in one way or another. And this is the framework, this is an example of the framework that I want to try to use in this channel, which is oversimplifying things into their basic molds to try to reframe or repurpose them in a sense. Because my main theory is that if we start uniting in our practice and consumption of new media through creating stories mainly or narratives, we might be able to change the bigger narrative in a sense. But this is a speculation. And to prove this speculation, I can do nothing but practice media and post. So this is why I made this page. I'm not someone who likes to be in front of the camera, honestly, but I'm feeling that there's no other way to see if my words catch attention rather than putting myself as the forefront. So I call myself Dr. Tawusi. This is not my real name, obviously, but let's take it as a moniker that anyone can adopt if they would like to speak, practice, and learn about new media art and its alchemical potentials, let's say. Added on top of all this mix is a very Jungian approach, especially when it comes to the theory of the shadow, being the repressed and unseen aspects of the world, the self, and in this case, media. So we will be looking at occulted aspects of media as well through case studies, and also through theoretical ideas that bridge basically Jungian shadow with new media theory, specifically the theory of enfoldment and unfolding by Laura Marx, which I will hash out in videos, and potentially to have more courses where we try to communicate this information with people who practice, consume, and study media, which is essentially the average human being, because every human being can create. Creation is the part of humanity. It is what links us with the unseen aspects of this world. And it is what links us to the whole idea of transformation through growth or destruction, growth or decay, creation or destruction. But it's transformation generally, and that's why we have the alchemical tone. Add on top of it that I am an Arab Muslim who comes from the Levant. So I'm someone who is very tied to the struggle in this broadest sense, but also the struggle in its specific sense that we have, like my generation has been born into, and now we are witnessing the crescendo of it, maybe if not the peak of it. I don't know. So all of this is to say that this channel intends to communicate knowledge, to open a space for people to ask questions, to speculate with me, and to kind of talk about the things that I feel not a lot of people tend to talk about, and to be quite honest, to ride a wave of esoteric media content, which my personal feed has become flooded with, in a way as to also like bring this more into the algorithm. So there are a lot of things we're going to talk about, practical and theoretical. I hope people flock to this channel. Please subscribe, comment, share. Any kind of engagement with this content will be helpful for all of us, basically, not just for me. And there is something sacrificial about exposing your image that I'm not ready to do 100%. But let's take this as the first place. So inshallah, we will be guided, we will be protected, and we will find a certain truth together. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.